What's up, everybody? It's Johnson, Black Lightning the Sona. I'm a professional MMA fighter out of Seattle, Washington. And this channel is all about the fight life, the grind, the mindset, and the skills that go into being built different. So here we'll get fight camp breakdowns, striking, jiu-jitsu tutorials, and behind the scenes from my training and real talk that keeps me sharp. I'll also be taking you inside my journey from local shows to bigger stages, so you can see what it really takes to live this life. If you're into MMA, or as they call it, mixed martial arts, or just the mentality it takes to keep pushing, you're in the right place. See, people think punching is just throwing hands, just power, just muscle, but it's way deeper than that. Punching is a science and it's physics. And if you understand the science, you get to know how to hit harder, you hit cleaner, and you don't waste energy. See, right now I'm in fight camp getting ready for September 20th, and I want to break this down for you because this is exactly what I've been drilling every single day. When people see me in the cage, they're either going to think it's raw power, but it's really physics done right. So let's get into it. See, it's force equals mass times acceleration. So that's just the basics. The equation force equals mass times acceleration. That's middle school physics, but it applies directly to fighting itself. So think about it. Think about it like this. You can be the biggest, the strongest guy in the gym, but if your punch is slow, it's not going to do much. Meanwhile, a smaller fighter with clean speed, snapping the punch, landing it right on target, that'll sit down almost anybody. Mass is your body weight, acceleration is your speed. So what do I focus on? Speed, snapping the jab, whipping the cross. I use my whole body weight behind it. I mean, not just my arms. That's how you multiply force. That's why we drill sprint work. That's why we shallow box fast combos. Speed is the multiplier, just mass is the foundation. Another part of it, I mean, there's what do we call it? Power doesn't start in your fist, it starts in the ground. Every punch comes from the floor, through the legs, your hips, your torso, your shoulder, and finally into your hands. I mean, that's a kinetic chain itself. If you break that chain anywhere, say you don't turn your hip or you don't rotate, if you don't rotate your shoulder, you lose half the power. I mean, that's why clean technique feels so different, especially when you're getting hit. When I throw a cross, I'm not just extending my arm, I'm rotating my whole body. When I throw a hook, it's my legs and my hips turning first, not just my arms swinging. Think about a whip. The energy transfers from the base all the way to the tip. That's how a punch should feel. A whip crack, not just a push. I mean, there's also another aspect of it, which takes a little bit to fully understand. I mean, the part that people do forget is timing and distance, which is a big part of physics too. A punch has max power when it lands at the right distance, not too close, not too far. If you reach, you lose your leverage. If you're too close, you can't extend and accelerate that sweet spot where your punch lands flush. That's when you generate maximum force. And timing. If you land when the other guy is moving into you, that's double the impact. That's why counters hit so hard. You're not just throwing your own mass forward, you're letting him add his to yours. I mean, that's why fighters with perfect timing, they don't always look the strongest, but they're the most dangerous. I mean, see, there's one of the other parts here. So here's the truth. Muscle can't beat technique. I've seen guys in the gym built like tanks, swinging wild, gassing out after 2 minutes. Meanwhile, a clean striker with sharp technique looks effortless, but hits like a truck. So, I mean, technique means a lot. I mean, it means alignment, your knuckles, your wrist, your elbow, your shoulder, all lined up. That way, when the punch lands, the force transfers clean, no wasted energy, no injury to yourself. See, muscle without technique is just wasted energy. Technique with a little bit of muscle, now that's a combination and it's very dangerous. See, the psychology behind throwing punches. Uh, Punching within it being physics, but it's also mental. Landing a clean punch changes everything. It boosts your confidence, it breaks your opponents, and I mean, that's why I don't just throw the land, I throw to make him doubt himself. A jab that snaps his head back isn't just 1 point on the scorecard. It's a message. It says, I can touch you whenever I want. And that really just, it's demoralizing in a way. I mean, the mental effect of a clean punch is as important as the physical damage itself. I mean, when you take that part away from somebody, it really just messes with their mind throughout a fight. Man, so what we have learned through is the kinetic chain, timing and distance, technique over muscle, and the psychology behind it. I mean, that's what I've been drilling every single day in this fight camp right now. So remember, September 20th over at Toledo Casino. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. But when I do step into that cage, it's all about where I take myself. If you guys have seen Happy Gilmore, I see myself as finding my happy place when I'm in the cage. So mentally I go in there prepared, and I know what I'm getting myself into. I don't let my nerves take control, but I do control my nerves and allow whatever negative thought that flows through me to not try to fully control it in that manner of it, but to understand that it's there and to accept it and allow myself to channel that into a positive light so I don't get too wrapped up in my head and only process that negativity, but to turn it into a positive. And if you haven't yet, take a second to subscribe to this channel. There's gonna be a lot more videos in describing fight physics and techniques and how to throw proper punches, how to hold and compose yourself if you're having one of your first matches or maybe your 10th match. I mean, ultimately to control yourself and control your mind is to have a better fight and to be able to enjoy yourself in the ring itself, because that's why we do it. If you have not yet, also check out my Instagram. It's jn_blacklightning. Over there, you'll see a lot more of my short videos on my fight camp and not necessarily techniques, but some enjoyable times with me and my teammates and everyone else are. How we get to lighten the mood in fight camp and also outside of fight camp, because family itself talks a lot of shit and also has fun together. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.